Hi everybody. This one's kind of hard for me to make, and for a couple of reasons. One, first of all, my allergies have really kicked in, and I'm outdoors. But you know, it's kind of good to be in a situation of duress when I'm talking about somebody that's in a situation of duress. When I have a message for someone who's in a situation of duress, because it provides empathy, you know, to try and. I really wanted to make this video, and I couldn't do it at home. You know, the family atmosphere isn't the right place sometimes, so I decided to stop here, and I'm suffering. Don't worry, the person that this is addressed to, don't worry. Don't feel bad or anything that I'm suffering. I went out for a bike ride first, so it's my own doing. But I'm trying to get through the watery eyes, the stuffed up nose, the feeling of congestion, the disorientation. I really feel dizzy. I can't quite see straight. To do something that I think is worthwhile and important, and you're in kind of the same situation. Excuse my sniffling. You've got anxiety. You wrote to me and you've said that you're 25 years old, you've got an 11-month-old daughter, and you've had anxiety since you were 14, and basically that you're stuck at home, and that you're a stay-at-home father, and that you're kind of stuck at home, and that you are trying to make strides to get out and get into the world. Now that is, look at the analogy there, how fitting, how fortunate that is. I was basically a shut-in for the month of what was it, the month of March. Well, my allergies were so bad, not even medication could help, and I was stuck indoors. You know, if you see my videos, I like to get out into those mountains, you know, way back over there. That's where that's my domain up there, but that's the domain where the allergens come from, and I couldn't go out there. Kind of like your anxiety with humanity that you face, and you couldn't venture out. Now I want to talk about this in two perspectives. One, biochemical, and two, psychological. And bear in mind, I'm no expert, I'm no doctor, I'm no learned person. I'm none of those things. I'm just a guy that you wrote an email to, and you said you were saying thanks for some of the videos that may have helped you to push through, and I wanted to respond to that. That's just who I am. That's all I am. I'm no expert. But I want to say, it's possible that, like my allergies, there may be a biological component to what you're feeling with your anxiety. And just like my allergies might be treated with medication, and with proper, if I see a doctor, I might actually find a way to get out there and do it, and do that. In fact, I know that that can be the case. And you've probably been down this road yourself. And you probably know exactly what I'm leading to. You know, maybe you can get some medical help with your anxiety, and that's all I wanted to say to that. An obvious point, I think, from reading your email, that there's probably one you've dealt with many already before, but we need to get it out there. So let's come to this. What if that's not the case? What if it's more psychological? What if it's more conditioning, experience in your life? Who knows what that's leading to that? Well, if you were living in a place that was inherently dangerous, like maybe like I remember a neighborhood I went through in Jamaica where I got mugged and at gunpoint. Excuse me again. And I remember that was a dangerous neighborhood. I wouldn't want to go outdoors if that's the case. So if you're in that kind of environment, which I doubt that you are, then that would be understandable. If that's not the case, and it's just human interaction that you're concerned about, then I would like to venture to offer that the anxiety that you're feeling, if it's not biological, if it's not something that can be treated with drugs, if it's not empirical in the surroundings, you know, like you hear that scooter that just went by, some of those guys are bad boys. I almost got it. I was just riding my bike along, and a guy was in a car, and he was mad at me for some reason. I wasn't doing anything bad, except I was on the crosswalk in a green light, and I guess he thought, you know, that he wanted to go and wanted me to slow down or something like that. He gave me a mean look. Bad guys. If it's not one of those guys, if it's not bad guys, it's not medical stuff, then then obviously, clearly, it must be something in here. And I'm not accusing, I'm not pointing an accusing finger, but I'm simply saying that there are states of mind that prevent us from stepping out. And I have a lot of experience with this because, first of all, I'm on the converse side. I'm a guy who, from boyhood, and largely due to the way I was raised, I was encouraged to step out. I was encouraged to encounter danger, and I was encouraged to move out into it. And I quickly learned that danger is real, but also overrated in many cases, as long as you take proper precautions. And I'm also not adverse to getting hurt, and I actually enjoy that within reason. But beyond that, there is a propensity to have that I have it within me, that I think is innate in me. Now, if you don't have that propensity, but you want it, maybe because you're a father and you want to raise your daughter with another example, then I would like to encourage you to do exactly what you're doing. You said that you were heading out when you wrote to me, you said you were taking your daughter out to the park for the very first time. And I want to, when I read that, I wanted to jump up and join. In fact, I will. Here, let me just do this real quick here, because it's the kind of thing that, even though I'm barefoot, it's the kind of thing that it makes me want to jump up and joy. Yeah, go. You did it. You pushed through and moved out. And even if you didn't, even if you backed out after you wrote to me, which happens sometimes. There's been times I've sent tweets out or Facebook posts out. But if you're wondering what that sound is, it's the bullet train going by. I've sent tweets out saying, I'm headed into the deep mountains. I'm going to go out and do something like this and go find some exotic waterfall. And then I got scared and didn't do it. It happens. But the very fact that you wrote to me, the very fact that you've got the seed planted in your head, the very fact that you're exercising the impulse, and I think you are so expertly, or not expertly, you are well motivated because of your daughter to do this. I think you've got the head of steam is building up. Whether you've done it yet or not, and if you have, congratulations. I think you are making the steps towards doing it. So let's just take it this way. Clear out. Find out if it's medical. If it's not medical, find out if it's just the way conditioning, the way you were raised. Check your fears. Are they rational fears? Are they fears that are grounded in real objective reasons to be fearful of going out? If not, then it's going to take some conditioning. You're going to need some conditioning on your own. You're going to have to do what you're saying. Exercise your thing. And I made a video, I think it's on the Softy Papa channel, about exploring. It's titled Exploring in Remote Places. And I talk about how I basically screw up the courage as Softy Papa to venture alone into deep wilderness areas. And there's a process to it. It's a step-by-step process that leads up to it. I like to recommend having a look at it. I'll put the link up here to adventuring in remote places or something like that, whatever it's called. Anyway, consider that process, if I may offer a recommendation. And I think you are on the road. You are only 25 years old. This is not an impossibility. As you get older, it gets harder. And I gotta tell you, you gotta do it now. Do it now. It really does get harder to change, to break out of the mold a little bit, the older you get. Some people write back to me and tell me that that's not true, that it gets easier for them in some ways. But I believe that whatever they're doing, some people have a strong motivation, but for the most of us, we're kind of set into whatever mechanisms, whatever tracks. It's like, slot cars. Whatever wears down over time, and eventually the trough is so deep that we can't get out of it in our old age. So do it now. Do it now. Do it every day. Do it every month initially, maybe every week after that, and every day, hopefully after that, and then exercise the ability to move out. And please contact me. Let me know how it's going. I want to be your cheerleader as you do it. You after all know, as you said to me, you've got the ward, the charge, the wonderful responsibility of an 11-year-old that you want to show the best example possible. Not that you're a bad person for what's happened to you so far, but you are a wonderful person for trying to make a change for the positive in terms of being an example for your daughter, and it'll make a better life for yourself as well. And so, okay, friend, well, I'm going to sign off for now. Look, I'm feeling better just doing this effort. I pushed through the allergies to come make this message to you, and you made me feel better because of the challenge of trying to figure out what I could say to you. Not that it was a challenge necessarily, but you know what I mean. It's like it's a deep thing, it's a heavy thing, and sometimes I don't know exactly what words to say, because sometimes it's more visceral. And how do you take the visceral feeling and make it into words? But with your help, I did. Hopefully it'll have some meaning to you. Certainly helped me. Take care, my friend. Let me know what's going on, and keep in touch. All right. Take care. Bye bye, and give that little precious 11-year-old of yours a hug from me. Bye bye.